What up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. It's your boy Devin Coates. I'm coming to you with a book review. Today it's going to be on a little book, Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. Pretty popular book. I've read it a few times. Not super recently, but I did skim it before I was going to do this book review. I like this book a lot. One, because of how short it is. You can finish this book in an hour or two. So I've read it a few times just because it's so quick to read. And this book is really good. I mean, the biggest parts that really stuck to me um, was just the simplicity of analyzing yourself, self-reflecting. And it's a very self-reflective book. It's really about analyzing yourself and your tendencies and really getting to know who you are, and that's really what the beginning is about. And then he does go deeper into managing like relationships and the second half of your life, but I'm not really on the second half of my life, so the beginning was really what got me. But so some of like the big points he makes is knowing your strengths, and he talks about that you should focus on your strengths, and the only way to be successful and productive and effective is to focus on your strengths and not your weaknesses. Like a lot of times we're taught in modern society to like bring up your weaknesses, but his mentality is more to just accent your strengths so much and focus on your strengths so much that it actually like it overcompensates for your weaknesses and it takes care of itself. That was a big one. And then also like thinking about how you perform, and he had a question like, are you a reader or a listener? And for me, and many people out there, and he makes the statement that they don't even really know there's a difference. And then, I analyze myself. I really do find myself as more of a listener. And that's why I think I like this YouTube. And actually, biggest thing of why I probably like the YouTube is my learning style. I know I definitely learn from talking. I'm a person that the best way for me to learn is to teach somebody else or tell somebody else. So even this YouTube channel for me is pretty cathartic, because not only am I putting out content that other people can relate to and resonate with, and maybe it'll help them learn, for me, it actually reinforces what I read, because I'll spend time, like when I read or listen to a good audiobook, I might just talk in the mirror about what I just feel like I learned. And I never really thought about why I always did that. I've always had like an ability of doing that. Or not ability, a tendency to do that. Like I've just, when I would read something, learn something, even if there was no one else to really talk to, which it's always better when I have like a real live person hear what I say, I would talk to myself and try to analyze things for myself. So this book is really good about figuring out your own tendencies and moving within that frame and your own uniqueness to be successful and effective and actually manage yourself to do what you want to do. So I really like this book. It's extremely short. It's pretty cheap. It's very highly regarded. And it really just focuses on figuring out who you are, figuring out how you perform individually, figuring out how you learn, and then using that information to not focus on the things that you're bad at and your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths, accentuate your strengths, and basically load up everything on your strength side, so that you do, like, what you're good, what you're good at, what you're bad at, and you focus on the good, and you use that to be your competitive advantage, and you don't use your shortcomings to make you a balanced individual. You want to make yourself a very not exactly one-sided, but you want to just reinforce your strength so much that that is what's propelling you forward. And it kind of goes with that saying, and a lot of times, and I know I wrestled, and last night, some fucking great matches if there's anybody that's into wrestling, were last night, the NCAA championships. But it's like the best defense is a great offense. And I know when I wrestled, my style, like I was pretty long, and I had a lot of trouble getting my legs, kicking my legs out if somebody shot on me. So the way that I defended myself was I just shot and pushed the pace at an immense level. And when I was successful and I did win matches, it was generally because me pushing the pace and me shooting so much kept other people on the defensive. So I didn't really have to worry about my defense as much because I knew I wasn't a really defensive wrestler. I was always fast. I'm not super strong, but I'm quick and I'm slick. And I'm going to just keep throwing that in your face and put so much pressure on you. Um, you can't even enter the realm of where I'm weak or I'm not good at. I focused so much on what I was strong at. That's where I had my success. In a lot of the matches that I was watching, you could see where people were, I think it was this 57-pound, that one. I know I'm kind of getting on a tangent, but this guy, he had a dirty underhook. And there was like 3 times in the whole match he ever got an underhook. The first takedown, he had another underhook that he got in a very deep shot. Then the match is tied. It was 3-3. And these guys had actually previously, their only losses in their whole career had come to each other. So they both had 1 loss. And it came to each other. And they met in the finals again. And they wrestled. And then you literally just see it. It's like this guy, he's just waiting to use his strength, his underhook. He pulls in his underhook. 10 seconds left. Shucks him by. Just a nice little throw by with the underhook, takes him down, and everybody knew that's what he was looking for, but that was his strength. He didn't try to defend what he thought this other guy was going to come towards his weakness. He stayed on his strength, and the 2 big moves that he did came directly from that. So that can be a direct metaphor for focusing on your strengths and managing yourself in that way to be successful. So that's it for this one. I guess it's going to be a pretty short book review compared to my other ones, but it's Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. Very great book. And I think you should give it a read because, I mean, anybody can read this book in a day. It's about, I think, like 50 pages. Yeah, it's 55 pages. 55 pages, and the font is not, like, super small. So this is a quick book. A lot of helpful tips. It's like a very good guide to if you're just going through something where you feel like you need a little direction. You can just pick it up, jump to the section, and just read it. So, until next time, I'm going to keep trying to put these book reviews up every Sunday. Try to stay consistent with that. But until next time, if you like the content, please click the like button, the subscribe button, leave some comments below. And I'm going to keep coming to you guys with content. Just try to keep blasting out, bust out of obscurity, as GC would say. But, until next time, it's your boy Devin Coates. Thank you for tuning in the channel. Really appreciate it. You could have been anywhere else, but you're right here with me. Peace.